Moves. It is Monday, May 19th. It is call one for Bold Moves. We're going to be in a 3-day challenge together, taking some big swings and bold moves. I'm so happy that you're here. So if you're Erin K, I haven't seen you for a while. I hear you're back in Wisconsin. Hey, so good to see you. Hey, Mary. Hi, Stephanie. Oh, got the crew here. Deborah, great to see you back. Laura, we got Mini Moons, Season, Katie, hi, Erica, Jenny, Shauna, Christine, Gina, Stephanie, Deb. So good to see you guys. Okay, so we're gonna kick this off in just a minute. So today, unfortunately, Kayla's a little under the weather. She's got a fever today. She was debating popping on. We talked it out, and in the end, we decided she's gonna rest up so she can be here the next couple of days. We're just going to give her that time and space to rest. But all is well. I have a great session for you guys today. I can't wait to jump in. In the chat, is there a worksheet? Yes, there is. Amanda, if you want to go ahead and drop the worksheet, you may have to drop it a couple times as people are still finding us and hopping on. There is a fillable worksheet here. There's also a black and white if someone wants to print it. We've got that as well, or if you just need that for visual purposes. Let me make sure I can find us on Facebook, and then we'll get started. We'll jump right in. Okay. Yes, here we are. Awesome. If you're on Facebook watching us, say hi. Say hi in the chat. I'll try to pop back here and connect with the Facebook chat a bit as well. But for the most part, we'd love to have you join us on Zoom. That's where we can really interact and get into all the things together. So let me bring the music down or off, and let's jump in. Hi. Go ahead and tell me in the chat. We're just going to get the chat. We're going to like warm up our hands a little bit. Tell me your favorite color in the chat. Okay. Or a favorite color. Maybe you have more than one. But what is a color that you love in the chat? Beautiful. Teal, soft pink, teal, red, pink, pink, fuchsia. Love it. Love it. Love it. Aqua, yellow. Great. Purple, beautiful. Okay, so my request is that you find someone in the chat who either loves the same color as you, or if no one said your color, pick another color someone said that you like, and maybe reach out and be accountability partners for today. And this could just look like you send them a little message on Facebook, or if you want to exchange info here in the chat, that's up to you. But just say like, hey, would you wanna send a message and just like tell each other when we get our homework done, right? Or just say hi. It's great to make new friends while you're here. That's what being in community is all about. So if you want to do that, great. If you don't want to do that, great. You can do you, right? And it's no pressure here, but we are in a bold moves challenge. So I am going to request for you to make some bold moves and take some big swings. Okay, you guys. So we are going to go ahead and jump right in. And I think we may still have a few people popping in and joining us, but that's okay. Let me just get my screen reset here so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, great. Perfect. Yeah, you'll make some new friends or reconnect with some old friends, whatever works. So during this 3-day challenge, I want to just give you guys a little bit of the lay of the land here. You are going to you'll be playing with letting go of anxiety and pressure of trying to get the perfect results, which is what most often keeps you stuck. Okay, that's what we're going to be up to, is instead of staying stuck, you're going to be taking bold moves and creating big results. And so we'll be playing in that arena over the next 3 days together. So the invitation is to take a bold move while you're here, right? Participate in the chat. Let yourself be seen. Let yourself be visible. Raise your hand for some coaching, right? This is just an invitation for you to play with being both a little bit uncomfortable outside of your comfort zone and still totally safe. This is a safe space, a safe community. We're all in this journey together. And I would love to make an agreement that whatever gets shared, because we are going to be doing some coaching over the next couple of days, I'd love to make an agreement that whatever personal information gets shared here in the coaching stays here, right? Whether you're watching the replay or you're here live, if you agree, just type in I agree in the chat. And that way we're just creating a safe container for everybody to share vulnerably or authentically or like whatever's coming up. And chances are whatever's coming up for you is totally coming up for someone else too. There's never any dumb questions, right? They're all important. And chances are if you have a question, someone else has that same question too. Okay. So this is a foundational practice, right? This practice of taking bold moves is a foundational practice that successful entrepreneurs have. They take big swings that create impact. And that's exactly what we get to do over the next 3 days. So this is for you if you currently experience any of the following. Okay, so see if you resonate with any of these. Maybe you have big dreams, but you find that you get in your own way. This is for you if you ever have any fear, doubt, worry about rejection or analysis paralysis, overthinking, right? If that shows up for you. Anxiety over not having intended results. Maybe you get anxious that like, well, I could do this, but then what if it doesn't work out? Shame over not reaching your goals. Maybe you took some big swings in the past and you didn't hit your goal. Or maybe you sometimes feel like imposter syndrome. If any of that is going on for you, welcome. I want to say this is totally normal and it's part of the game when you're playing, when you've got big goals and you're taking big swings. But what you really want to do, also, this is for you if what you really want is to accomplish your goals. If what you really want is to just do the dang thing, right? Anyone? Like, I just wanna take action every day. It's for you if you're ready to receive big results, receive big money, receive whatever it is for you. Like, it doesn't have to just be business. Maybe if you're someone who personally, you're working on some things in your personal life. Maybe you're calling in a soulmate partner. Whatever it is, this will work for you, okay? This is also for you if you would love to celebrate how you played, regardless of the score. You'd love to just celebrate yourself for showing up and doing the thing. It's also for you if you want to show up as you, right? Like authentically you, just you, not having to perform, but you just get to be you and know that that is enough to create the results that you want. Okay? Because Kayla and I know that what you really want is to live your best, most yes life, as we say, right? We know you want to experience peace, ease, flow. Maybe you want to create a new pattern, and in this pattern, you go for it instead of sabotaging. And maybe you want to experience a rich life in every way, okay? And having everyone else around you have a rich life too. So this is where we're all in it together. So now I have a question for you. I really want you to tell me what brought you here to Bold Moves? What was it that had you say yes? Tell me in the chat, right? What was it? Maybe you're wanting to take some big swings in your business. Maybe you're wanting to, like I said before, create your soulmate client. Maybe you want to hit a health goal. Maybe you want to get out of a rut, right? Or change something in your personal life. So, will you tell me in the chat? You don't have to tell me, you have to go way into detail, but give me a word or two or a phrase like what brought you to Bold Moves? Erin saying, feeling like I could be achieving so much more than I am. Awesome. Big swings in my business. Awesome. Lost my way and I gave up on myself. Thank you. Big swings in my business. I can feel my business is on the verge of transformation. Fun. Make a bold move with my business. Right. Financial anxiety. Great. I need help brainstorming how to attract patients that want the ultimate transformation. Amazing. Step up my game. Calling in a new job that aligns with my goals and getting out of my own way. Great, Lori. Big swings in business. I have so many ideas, but need this time to clarify a few bold things. Beautiful. I want to step out of the norm for my amazing, you guys. Really good. Okay, great. So I have another question for you. This question I believe is in your workbook too. So what kind of experience or results are you really wanting to create in your life? Okay. What kind of experience or results are you really wanting to create in your life? And this is where you get a little bit more clear. You know why you're here in this challenge. But now I want you to tell me what's the experience, what's the result you really want. Get specific here, okay? Maybe you want 10K months, right? You want to be specific. Maybe you want, like if you're someone who said, I want a new result, what is that new result? Maybe you want to travel the world. Not allow the yuck of life to get in the way of my daily actions. Great, Shauna. And then what will it look like when that's no longer happening, right? What will be next? Laura's asking the question since it's half and half. Did you want cameras on or cameras off? Cameras on is great. I love to be able to see your faces. It's so much more fun talking to faces than names, but I also get that sometimes you can't. Like maybe you got, like me, I sometimes have a puppy running around in the background, or you have something going on, you're driving, whatever. I totally hear that. But if you're willing and if you're able, would love to see your faces. Let's see, 500 subscribers per box to my business. Great, Sarah. The result for Jasmine equals a healthy feeling, aligned business owner who has consistent appointments on a part-time basis while managing the estate and care of my grandma and fiance. Amazing. Love that. 5K per month, Laura. My business have a purpose with intention, impact, income. Love it. Love it, love it. These are great, you guys. Yeah, we want you to be really clear, right? Because you want to know what you're taking bold moves for. We are going to be in action as this is a challenge. And so, maybe you don't even know exactly why you're here, but you're like, I just know that I need a breakthrough, or I need something. I think that will become more clear to you as you go throughout. And hopefully by the end of the day today, you're feeling a little more clear. Stephanie, I want to build my business and feel secure with myself. I want to balance retirement with building extra income. Can that happen? Yes, 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 it can happen. Okay. This is great. If you haven't posted yet, go ahead and drop that in the chat. I love seeing this. Okay, so before I go any further, I'm going to take a minute just to introduce myself. And I want to tell you about Kayla and I. So for those of you who hopped on late, you might be noticing that Kayla is not here. I did already announce at the beginning of the call, but she's out with a fever, unfortunately. So send some good vibes her way. I hope that I'm sure she'll be feeling better by tomorrow and back in action. But she really wanted to take today just to rest and not show up not feeling her best for all of you. So for those of you who are brand new here, and I know we do have some new faces, I want to say welcome. My name is Lisa Limata. You may already know me or my daughter, Kayla. So Kayla and I are business partners. Sometimes people don't know we're mother and daughter, and we're just talking on and they're like, wait, are you guys related? So yes, we are mother and daughter. We are the co-founders of Rise Leadership Circle. And what Kayla and I are up to is we are on a journey of living our most fulfilled lives. We are living our what we call our yes lives. That's our mission. And so the way that we live our yes life is by having the amazing experiences and relationships and cultivating the life that we want to have. And we fund that with the business that we have. So together, we've been six. We're now in our seventh year of business. And so together as a duo, we've generated millions in revenue in our business. And this is also what we help our clients do, right? We want to help our clients live purpose-driven lives. And for some of our clients, we're also helping them create the business that funds their lives as well. So we are expert coaches. We are highly intuitive. You may notice that as we go through this. We know that trusting ourselves and using really great strategy is what creates abundance in every area of life. So that's a little bit about us. And again, if you're new, we do have a book that is available on Amazon called Live Your Yes Life. We also have a podcast by the same name and a Facebook group by the same name. So easy to find, Live Your Yes Life. And that's exactly what we do help soulful entrepreneurs create. We want you to know that everything we're teaching you this week is exactly what we do in our lives and in our business and coach our clients to do as well. So we have so many success stories, and we've also experienced a lot of lows in our business too. So if you're someone who's coming in, or you've recently just gone through, business is a bit like this, right? There's ups and downs. If you're in a low, we want you to know that we see you, we get it, right? So for Kayla, she was 6 figures in debt before she really transformed her life and became a 6-figure earner. She did that in her first year as an entrepreneur. So she knows the balance on both sides. And same for me, while I had built a 7-figure revenue generating business from the ground up and then eventually sold it, My story is that I burnt myself out with extreme adrenal fatigue and ended up putting my health massively at risk in the process. And so we've really both walked this path of ups and downs. There have been times where we both experienced feeling unworthy, right? Feeling alone. At times, feeling disempowered around money and wealth. Having health crises, right? That could have been very serious for both of us went through that journey. Relationship dynamics that had a profound impact on us. And, we want to show you that it's not just a straight journey up and it's not just all success, right? But we've been through the shadow and walk through it into creating success. So we'll share some of that with you as well. But now, today, we live this work that we're going to teach you this week. This is the way that we live. Life looks so completely different now, which is exciting. The work that we do, I would say, is probably somewhat spiritual in nature. We're going to be touching on, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual as we go through this journey together. We want you to know that, like, all faiths or no faiths are welcome in our community. We say spiritual because our belief is that we're all spiritual beings and that everything in life is energy, right? Energy, spirituality. So you may hear us using those terms if you're new to us, but wherever you're at on the spectrum, you are welcome. We are going to help you get incredible results in your business and your life. We're just going to do it in the way that we know works. Okay. And that way is to really like take care of our whole selves, take care of our minds, take care of our bodies, and our spirit, and then bring that into our business, right? And back it up with powerful, inspired action. So the way that we teach our clients is that 20% or like 80% of the results that you create are going to come from being in alignment with your truth, from being mentally, physically, spiritually aligned. So you're going to hear us talk about that a bit as well. Okay. So, Kayla wanted to share the story with you. I've got some of her notes in front of me, and I'm just going to share it because I think this is a great analogy. If you know her, she's the queen of analogies. But Kayla has been a dancer her entire life. I started her dancing when she was, I think, 3 or 4 years old, took her to her first dance class, and she was hooked like from day one. And so she danced competitively all through grade school, high school, and then was on her college dance team. And the goal, right, when you're a competitive dancer, the goal is to win first place at competitions and deliver the best performance during halftime, right? That was the goal. So, winning first place when you're competitive at anything, it requires technique to be impeccable, right? That's what you train for. Your technique is impeccable. So, in the summer, they would have dance camps. That would always be a thing that would happen. There would be a week of long hours during the summer where they would work on technique. They would strengthen their muscles and they would practice taking big swings, right? Making bold new moves. And it was like a playground where you could try new things. You could stretch your abilities a little bit, right? And play with those foundational pieces that sets you up throughout the year. This is what we're doing right here, right now. Okay, Bold Moves is a 3-day camp. So I want you to think about it like you're at summer camp hanging out with us here. And it's an opportunity to play with foundational techniques of swinging big and making bold moves. So let this go differently for you. Let it be a playground. Let yourself get uncomfortable, trust the process, and just show up for yourself. That is my ask. Okay. So we're just going to make a couple more agreements. And one of the things I want to ask of you is to really nourish yourself over these 3 days, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Take time to nourish yourself. Kayla's modeling that for you today. There are times when your body, requires you to rest. So please come well rested. Maybe you can tell your family, like, hey, I'm in this challenge this week. I'm going to be like going to bed early. I'm going to be getting good rest. We want you to honor your soul's assignment. You're here for a reason. It's not an accident that you're here, right? I want you to think of this as like a soul assignment. There is something that you are here to do, and this challenge is like a portal that's going to help you do it. Okay. And so our ask is be willing to go for it. If you're willing to go for it, to get a little uncomfortable and to just show up and honor this time, type bold in the chat for me. Just give me bold, and I'll know that you are ready. It's a great way to tell the universe you are ready. Love it. Thank you. Okay, let's dive in. Yes, so good. I love it. Okay, so we're going to kick off here and I want to talk about what keeps us swinging small. Okay. So, what's the opposite of taking bold moves? It's just swinging small, right? It's taking like small little swings that don't really force us to get uncomfortable, but that also don't really create much in our life, right? It's like, well, I'm busy, maybe if you've ever had the experience of like, but I'm so busy all the time, you're busy, 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 but you find that at the end of the day, you've been sort of like reworking your plan, reworking your website, reworking something else, and it's not taking a lot, right? That's kind of one of the ways that we can swing small. And so some of the things that keep us small is fear, right? We can get so afraid of something like, what if I fail? What if someone rejects me? What if I succeed? That's a big one I hear a lot. Like, oh my gosh, what if I had all this money? What would I do? My life would change. My friends maybe wouldn't be the same. I would be doing different things, right? So we're going to be up against all of your old patterns and conditioning. That's why this gets uncomfortable, right? We're going to let's find out what they are together. This is in your workbook too, so feel free to follow along in your workbook. But I really would like for you to tell me in the chat um, so we can all be in this together, okay? So my first question for you is, what does swinging small look like for you? What does swinging small, in other words, how would we know if you're just taking small little swings? Laura, not taking risks out of fear. Thank you. Yeah, no risks, just like small little actions. Erica, fear is excitement without the breath. Yes, yes, yes. Deborah, we'd see you procrastinating. Yeah, totally. Not showing up. Just doing the day by day tasks. Yep. Just going through the motions, doing the minimum. Thank you. Yep. Doing busy work. Having repelling energy. Yeah. Staying in my comfort zone, Amanda. Just keeping my regular one-to-one clients. Yep. Keep doing the same thing. Busy work, letting life get in the way. Yeah. So we can see we all kind of know this, right? Resisting going for the possibility of what if. Totally. Yeah. And it's important to notice, Sarah just not doing anything. Yep, totally get it. It's important for you to notice this because I want you to call yourself out this week whenever you find yourself going back into that comfy old pattern, okay? So now I want you to consider this, you guys. What's the payoff or benefit that you get when you swing small? Why do you swing small? Like, what's the payoff? And here's the thing, there is one. Okay, there is one. And we know there is one or you wouldn't be doing it. So what is the payoff that you get when you swing small? No judgment, right? Nobody can judge me if I'm not doing anything to judge me for, right? And I can't fail if I don't try. Yeah. Stay in the comfort zone. The payoff is comfort, ease. No one can judge. Comfortable. Stay comfortable. Yeah, we love our comfort, don't we, you guys? Totally. It's what I know. Sure, it's the familiar. Safety in the familiar, right? It's like to our primitive brain, we all have what we call the critter brain. And that critter brain loves for us to repeat the things we did the day before and the day before and the day before because it didn't kill us. It's the part of us that's rooted in survival. It's like, that's what you did and you didn't die, so keep doing that. Not living my purpose. Okay, so what about this payoff hooks you in the most, you guys? What about this payoff hooks you in? Why do you want to stay comfortable? What is it about that? Why do you want to stay living out of your purpose, right? Or why do you want to like avoid failure so much? What's the hook? What's the thing about it that's just like, well, it's just safety. No fear. Yeah. Don't have to feel fear. That's what hooks me in. Totally get that. So notice what it is for you about that particular payoff. What is it that hooks you in? No one is relying on me to show up. Thank you. I've been swinging small for so long, it feels like my normal. Sure, thank you. Yeah, feels good, feels normal, feels comfortable, afraid. Responsibility ambiance, yeah. It's safe and not scary. I'm good at it. You don't have to address those that don't like what you're doing. I don't know what to prioritize to level up. Thanks, Laura. No expectations. That's a good one too. Nobody's expecting anything of me if I don't do this. Great. So how have you set up your life so that you can keep swinging small? Okay, I want you to notice this right now. This is kind of a big question. And here's the thing, anything I'm asking you, it's really important that you don't judge yourself right now. There's no judgment here. Please do not judge yourself because when we judge ourselves, we take ourselves out of possibility. What I want you to do instead over these next 3 days is be curious about yourself. Okay, just be curious. This is where we can we change when we're in curiosity, not in judgment. So, how have you set up your life so that you can keep swinging small? So, what are the conditions, right? So that you can just keep playing small. It's like, well, I've set myself up so that I'm so busy taking care of other people that it actually keeps me in a space where I don't have to go for it because I've got all these other people I'm taking care of. Okay. Or maybe there's some other circumstances. It's like, well, I've set myself up in such a way that like um I can't get out of this 9 to 5 job, or I'm just relying so much on this 9 to 5 job and then I don't have time to work on my business, and so that just keeps me right here. So notice what it is. How, and it might feel like you're like, well, I didn't set it up this way. Okay. I want you to just notice that anyway. Write it down anyway. Shauna, continue to feel unworthy and everyone else is a higher priority. Yeah. Thank you. Sarah, filling my calendar so I don't have time for my goals and dreams. That's a sneaky one, isn't it? Yep. I think that one's going to resonate a lot too. Um, Too many competing priorities that I cannot prioritize my own needs. Yes, Laura, thank you for seeing that. 100% I put others over myself. I feel stuck in survival. Thank you, Rachel. Lori, excuses, procrastination, busy work, stuck. Yeah. It's really powerful to look at this, and I want to just acknowledge you guys for being willing to look, right? It's like when we are aware of it, this is when we can change it. So what's the resistance that comes up when you think about swinging big? What's the resistance that you're feeling right now? When you think about like getting out of the comfort zone and taking these big swings while you still have all these people waiting on you, while you still have, you know, all these other things going on in your life. What is the resistance that comes up when you think about swinging big? It might be like a fight, flight, freeze response, right? It might be, yeah, Gina, that it's going to take more energy and more time. I don't know where to start. Thank you, Erin. The recovery of rejection takes time and exhausting. Thank you. Yeah. One of mine for a long time was I don't want to burn out again. I was so afraid that I would like go back into burnout. It was keeping me like just so frozen. Definitely freeze. I'll have to maintain it, Christine. Yes. Feeling nervous, judged. I don't want the weight of the world on my shoulders. Yes to all these answers. Yeah, of course. Discounting my self-worth, scared of it crumbling again. Totally. Thank you guys. Yeah, these are real fears and they're big fears. Okay. So, what we don't want to do is just try to push down the fear. Okay. The last thing we want to do is just push down the fear. Yet, that is exactly how most of us were taught to be, right? That's how we were taught to go through life, is to like not feel the fear, just like grit your teeth and just go for it anyway. And I'm not saying that you have to wait until the fear is gone to take action. What I'm saying is we have to actually be willing to feel the fear and to acknowledge the big feelings that we sometimes have on this journey. We don't want to pretend they're not there, because when we pretend they're not there, that's when they actually just show up as resistance again and again and again. Who here has ever done some EFT or tapping? Isn't what I'm talking about? Emotional freedom technique or tapping. Okay, great. A few show of hands. Yep. Okay, cool. I'm assuming, yeah, probably many of you have. we wanted to just give you a technique that you could use. We're going to do some tapping on this today because I wanted you to actually go through this in the moment as a way to just start to release a little bit of the fear that might be coming up so we can clear the space to take big swings. And so you'll notice in your workbook, Kayla actually wrote a script specifically for you guys for this, and you have it in your workbook too. So if you enjoy tapping and if you get some relief from this, which I'm assuming that just about everybody will, my invitation is to use this over the next several days and beyond, right? Where you can just do a quick little bit of tapping and that can help you to move through the fear. It's another tool in your toolkit to move through the fear, okay? So emotional freedom technique, which most people call it tapping, it is a mind-body technique, and it combines elements of like traditional acupressure, boy, easy for me to say, traditional acupressure and modern psychology together. So the process involves tapping with your fingertips on specific meridian points of the body, okay? Primarily the face and the upper body. And we're going to be focusing on a negative emotion or a limiting belief, such as fear, stress, self-doubt, things that you've been noticing here. And as you tap, you speak phrases that acknowledge the issue and then gradually shift you into affirming a new and more empowering perspective. I know that some of you, Amanda is a teacher. Amanda, who is Team Rise on the call for today, actually teaches tapping. I know that a few other of you use this regularly with your clients as well. And for those of you who are new, I say just have an open mind. Years ago when I was first introduced to this, I was like, what in the world is this? This is so weird. But it worked and I loved it. So I used to use this with my health coaching clients to help us move through things, to help them release whatever we were working on. And I just found it to be really, really powerful. So here's how it works, you guys. We're going to be working with the meridian points. Okay, so EFT or tapping is based on the same energy meridian system, as I was saying, used in acupuncture. By tapping on these points, it's believed that you help clear disruptions in the body's energy system. So similar, I think we do have an acupuncturist on the call, right? Similar to how acupuncture needles might work, but without the needles, right? So it's not really the same. I mean, if you do I am a big fan of acupuncture. I've had amazing results with it. But this is obviously not quite the same as that, but this is a powerful practice that you can use. Yes, Erica on the call. This also works with psychological focus. So by pairing the tapping with verbal expression of your thoughts and emotions, EFT is going to help you bring your subconscious fears to the surface and then reframe them in a way that is very calm, very non-judgmental. Lastly, this is going to give you some nervous system regulation. So research has literally shown that when you do EFT, it can help you lower cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and activate the parasympathetic nervous system, or as I say, the rest and digest nervous system, okay? Helps you feel more grounded and clear-headed. So I'm going to take you through a process of this right now. You're all on mute, so I want you to speak this out loud if you can. Please, you can just repeat right after me. You don't have to read anything or anything like that. But we're just going to take a second. I'll pull my glasses off here so I can tell. Well, actually, can I still see if I pull my glasses off? If I make this bigger, I can. So let's take a moment. What I want to invite you to do is just get into your body. So please take a couple of deep breaths. So as slow as possible, as deep as possible. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I'll put a little music on for us in the background. Let's see. Let me know if you guys can hear me over the music. Is that distracting or is that okay? Just give me a thumbs up if it's okay. Let me know. Good. I'm seeing Mary saying yes. Good. Okay. Great. All right. So a few deep breaths in and out slowly. And then what you're going to do, the first thing you want to do is you want to chop on I'll just demonstrate for you. Just follow along. Actually, I want to make sure you guys can see me okay too. You're just going to like tap on the karate chop point. Okay. So go ahead and just start tapping with me. We're going to do the karate chop point of your hand. And you can just repeat after me out loud. So make sure I can see this. Okay. Even though I feel resistance, you guys would say it out loud right after me. Even though I feel resistance, to taking bold, scary actions. And part of me is afraid to swing big. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I honor this fear. I'm open to the possibility of moving beyond it. Okay, we're gonna do this 2 more times. Even though I feel resistance to taking bold, scary actions, and part of me is afraid to swing big, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I honor this fear, and I'm open to the possibility of moving beyond it. One more time. Even though I feel resistance to taking bold, scary actions, and part of me is afraid to swing big, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I honor this fear, and I'm open to the possibility of moving beyond it. Okay, now we're gonna do the eyebrow point. You're just gonna tap right here and repeat after me. This resistance is loud right now. Side of the eye. What if I fail? What if I fall flat on my face? And then we're gonna go under the eye. The fear of taking big swings is so familiar. Under the nose, it's safer to stay small. It feels more predictable. And we're gonna go center of the chin. Whoops. Right here. But I'm tired of playing small. And go to our collarbone. I acknowledge this fear and resistance. And then you're gonna go about 3 to 4 inches underneath your armpit. Okay, and you can just kind of rub or you can tap. And I honor the part of me that's just trying to keep me safe. And then top of the head. But I'm ready for more. I'm ready to expand. Great. Okay, we're going to do this. Now we're going to go round 2. We're going to go back to the eyebrow. I release the fear that holds me back. Side of the eye. I let go of the belief that I'm not ready. Under the eye. I let go of the fear that bold moves mean certain failure. Under the nose. I release the story that I need to be perfect before I begin. This resistance is melting away now. Now you're doing your chin. Okay, great job. And then your collarbone. I'm making space for courage. And then under the arm, I choose to trust myself more deeply, or you can simply rub. I choose to trust myself more deeply. And then we end second round at the top of the head. I'm open to taking aligned, bold actions. Beautiful. We have a final round to go, okay? So say this out loud if you can, under the eye or eyebrow point up on top. I am willing to swing big. Side of the eye. I give myself permission to be bold. Under the eye. I'm excited by the possibilities ahead of me. Under the nose. It's safe to take risks when they're aligned with my truth. action, even if I don't know how it will work out, I choose to leap. Collarbone, I've got this. I trust my vision. Under the arm, the world needs what I have to offer. Top of the head, I choose courage. I choose expansion. I choose to swing big. Beautiful. Okay. Now place one hand on your heart and take a deep breath. You can say this after me. I honor the fear that's come up, and I choose to move forward anyway. I am bold. I am ready. I am more than enough. Beautiful. That was great. That was fun. How are you guys feeling? Tell me in the chat how you're feeling on the other side of that. How was that for you? Lots of energy moved, Amanda. Awesome. So freaking ready. Let's go. Yes. I just realized we look like, oh, totally. Yeah, like monkeys. I love it. We're all in it together, though. Calm, relaxed, calmer. Yes. This is a beautiful tool to keep in your toolbox. You can do this in just minutes, right? And once you get the hang of it, you can just tap away on anything. And you don't have to be too perfect about it, right? It's like really just helps you move. Yes, it's an energy release. Feeling chill. Excellent. Great job. Yeah, everyone did so great. Perfect. Okay, so when you do this kind of work, you get a feeling in your head of openness. Ooh, I love that. I love that so much. All right, so let's just take a deep breath. We're going to move into what's next here. In order to take big swings, there's one thing we have to be, and that is willing. We have to be willing. Because if we are unwilling to take a big swing, it won't matter what we do, right? At the end of the day, we've got to be willing. So, are you willing to swing big? And I want you to just really like tune into yourself. Are you willing? Are you willing to swing big? And just give me a yes, or you can give me a no in the chat, whatever it is. Are you willing to swing big no matter what? Yes. Love it. Beautiful. Ah, so ready. Yeah, I love it. Okay. Now here's my next question. I love that, Stephanie. Here's my next question. Are you willing, even if you strike out, skin your knee, get it wrong, or look dorky? Right? Even if you fall down and get a few bloody knees, look like a dork, fall on your face, who knows, right? Are you still willing? Willing to a support page. Love that. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I just keep showing up. Yes. Why not? Why not? Fail forward. Yeah, totally. So, do you see that you can either choose resistance or you can choose something new? And you do get to choose, right? Like you get to decide in any moment. Like I could sit here and I could choose this same old comfort zone, or I could choose something new. I could choose to skin my knee. I could choose to, jump over the hurdle. I could choose to take the big swing. So tell me this. What is it about you that makes you worth making bold moves? What is it about you that makes you worthy of making bold moves? Okay, so I'm asking you to connect to your own personal worthiness right now. How would you answer that question? I was born that worthy. I love that, Erica. Heck yes. Repeat that again, please. Yes. What is it about you that makes you worthy of making bold moves? I am worth it. Yes, I deserve the best and I earn my worth. Yes, I am worthy of receiving great things. I deserve it. Of course. Everyone does. And if you struggled with this question, just notice it, right? Did you struggle? Were you like, ooh, am I? Am I worthy? Of course you are because you're breathing. I was given this wisdom for a purpose, thus I'm worthy. Absolutely. I'm worthy of it all. Yes. I was born with my crown. All I have to do is wear it. That's awesome, Deborah. I love that experience. And I finally feel worthy in my life. Love that so much. Yes. Um, what results are possible when you're swinging big? What results are possible when you're swinging big? Endless. Fulfillment. Sky's the limit. Big results. Anything. Mm. Wow, I love it. I mean, you guys are just like tapping into the quantum here in a powerful way. This is so great. You might succeed. You challenge yourself, multiplying, limitless, anything I want, broadening who I share with. Anything is possible. Wow. There's no ceiling to what can happen. Limitless possibilities. God, you guys, I love you guys. This is amazing. Yeah. You're worthy of taking big swings. And when you do, the possibilities are like sky's the limit, not even the limit, right? What other benefits will you or the people in your life have when you are swinging big? I'll say that again. What other benefits will you or the people in your life have when you're swinging big? What will the benefit be? What will you get to experience? I'm easier to be around, feeling empowered, showing others how to swing big too, freedom to give more, unlimited income. Yeah, maybe you'll get to travel with your family. Maybe you'll get to have more time off, right? Financial freedom. Freedom, fun. Yeah, feeling alive again and joyful with those around me. Awesome. As a conscious millionaire, I'll be able to support my family and people that cannot afford treatments. Freedom, time, financial freedom, location. I love it. Empowered and financial freedom. Ultimately, everyone wins. So many benefits, people connecting with themselves. Yes. Yeah, it's a ripple effect, right? When you take big swings in your life and um you start to see that impact that you can create, it's so much bigger than just for yourself. Is ultimately has to be a ripple effect. Okay, so uh, tell me for you, what does swinging big or making a bold move look like? What does swinging big or making a bold move look like for you? Taking action. What specific action, Rachel? Stepping out of my comfort zone. Okay. What would that look like, Gina? Trying new things and or new approaches, learning new methods. Great. Let's have you. Okay, great. Walking by faith, editing my manuscript, publishing my book, courageously sending to the editor for a start. Amazing. Showing up consistently, selling my offers. Great. Letting my light shine, being visible. Contacting corporate organizations in order to get sound healing and contracts with businesses. Amazing. Okay, so how would we know when you're swinging big today? How would we know when you are swinging big today? Okay, here's where I want you to get uber specific for me here. Okay, so what specific action would you be taking that would be considered a bold move today? So we kind of went out and now we're like scoping in to the micro. So I want you to be super specific with me. What's that one big swing? What would be the action, the big swing today that would be considered a bold move for you? Rachel, showing up on social media. Thank you. Gina, reaching out to new people. Thank you. Sarah, sending my current draft to a pre-reading editor. Awesome. Getting my first client. Showing up on social. iPhone, will you type your name for me so I know? Is that Linda still? Or I'm not, just so I know. I don't want to call anyone iPhone. Susan. Okay, great. Susan, thank you. Selling out my webinar on June 23rd, 2025. Okay. What specific action would you take, Lori, to sell out your webinar? What specific action would you take to sell it out? Would you reach out to people?
I think at this point, since I've decided the date and the script is already, everything is already done, it's actually getting it posted for people to sign up,
Okay.
you know, and I'm trying not to set an expectation, but I would love to sell out to at least 10 people.
Thank you. Thank you. Erin K, I would have photo shoots scheduled, someone taking video and marketing content, going to real estate office and meeting with team to get that business going. Not be in PJs, rather in event clothes and out and all around. Got it. Yes. Amazing. Connecting with an event sponsor organization locally. I love how clear. Yes, this is great. Okay, so does anyone not know Aviance level up to manager in my Legal Shield business? Yes. Decluttering things, decluttering things and people who are standing in my way. Got it. Yeah. Oh, sweeping out the people in your way. That happens sometimes. Showing up for clients at food pantry today and connecting with a smile and bright light. Oh, love that. Take photos of my summer journaling package. Yes. Okay, does anyone not have what it would look like for you to make a big swing today? Or does not have a very specific action? I want you to be specific in what that is for you, okay? Does anyone not? You can tell me in the chat, you can hop off mute. I want you all to have a specific bold move. What would you consider one that you can do today? Because we're going to take a bold move today. We're not going to take all the bold moves. We're just going to take one, and you can do more than one, but we're going to take one. So I want you to have a very specific action that you could take that is a bold move. Now, okay, this move should be something that gets you out of your comfort zone. I mean, Emily, I like take photos of my summer journaling package, but I'm not sure if like maybe it is. Maybe you've been putting it off for a long time. You tell me, I trust you to know, but like maybe there's something a little bit edgier that pulls you out of your comfort zone.
It only is
Calling
because
people.
I've been sick for like 10 days, and so being
Oh,
able to
okay.
like actually do that today is kind of bold. Normally it would not be a thing for me. You are,
Okay.
but because I have not been feeling good, to actually do it today is kind of bold because I
It's
have
kind of
not.
bold today. Got
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Normally
I
it would
trust
not
that.
be. You are right. Normally that would not be a thing at all, but because I need to just do it.
Great. Yes, totally, totally hear that. And I'm sorry you're not feeling well. I hope you're better soon. Yeah, no fun. Okay. So, because of course that's why we're here, right? This is a challenge. So over these next couple of days, we're just going to start small. We're going to take one bold move today. So here's what's going to happen. In a minute, I'm going to give you some practices that you can do. So I'm going to give you your homework, one of those being to take a bold move. And then we're going to move into doing some coaching. And coaching, you guys, like, is where it's at. So whatever you want to get into today, we can do some coaching. You bring whatever you want. It might be around taking your bold move. You might have something else that's coming up. So As I said, I'm gonna go through your homework first, and then I'm gonna open the floor so we can get in and do some coaching. For those of you who don't want coaching, but you're just gonna, you want to watch those getting coached, you'll get so much out of it. So if you're new to coaching, if you're not used to what happens, we often, sometimes even more, we get out of watching someone else be coached just because we're not the ones like in the hot seat, so to speak. And so you'll be, I invite you to listen to whatever anyone says and consider like, how is this coming up in my life? How is this true for me, right? You'll definitely, everyone somehow always receives what they need. Okay. So we just trust that. Um, Laura's going to finalize her LinkedIn kit for branding success and post as a digital product. Amazing. Create flyer 8x10 for the Renew Spa to have ready to put in more med spas. Okay, great. Perfect. Okay. So does anyone not, if you raise a hand if you don't have your bold move for tonight? I want you to have at least one. You don't have to do all the things. Maybe you mentioned a few things that you can't do in a night, right? But I want you to have one. Okay, good. All right, so what I want to invite you to do is take on the practice of journaling, connecting to your breath, or tapping anytime fear comes up over the next couple of days. We're easing into it. I want you to take one stretchy, bold move. And it should feel like you're outside of your comfort zone, but you're not so far out of your comfort zone that you feel unsafe. Okay? Like, we don't want you to take such a bold move that it has you, wanting to run and hide for days. But it also should stretch you, right? You should be feeling a little sweaty, like, oh, I can't believe I did that. List my sales from inventory and VIP and go live by end of week. Okay, great. So do you have one for tonight, Gina? You can list your sales from inventory and VIP. That could be a today thing. You can confirm that for me. So journal, breathe, or tap anytime the fear comes up. You've got a couple tools you can use. You could print and post or put it somewhere. I am worthy of bold moves and big results. Okay, write this down. I am worthy of bold moves and big results. Put this somewhere where you can see it. I am worthy of bold moves and big results. Remind yourself, like, oh yeah, that's who I am. And then your homework is go take a bold move and share in the Facebook group what you noticed. Okay, for some of you, sharing in the Facebook group might be part of the bold move. Go into the Live Your Yes Life Facebook group and please share. What did it feel like? What was your bold move? What did it feel like? Celebrate yourself. Please do share, right? That can be a great place to practice. That would be my new affirmation in your miracle morning. Love it. But not until it's done, right? Yeah, post when it's done, Laura. Let us know how it felt. Let us know what was your bold move and how did it feel. But you can post in that Facebook group anytime you want. Like, feel free to go in there, make some friends, write an introduction post of yourself. Like, you guys definitely use that group. Make connections. That's what it's there for. Okay, everyone have the homework. Are there any questions? I'll actually put this right in the chat. You've got this in your workbook too, I think, but let me put this right here. Okay, great. So what I want to do next is I want to just move us into doing some coaching. And this time we didn't take any pre-applications for coaching. I really wanted to just leave the floor open and invite you guys to just bring whatever you want to have, whatever you want to bring forward. My request is to bring one, it can be a question, it can be one thing, and just be kind of succinct about it, right? So we can get to as many as we can. So I don't need a lot of backstory. Sometimes, I might need a little bit, but try to be as like laser as possible so we can get through as many as we can. Also, if you don't know, if you want coaching, but you don't know what kind of coaching you want, that's fine too. You guys can just raise your hand, right? And like, I know how to help you get what you need, even if you don't specifically know what it is. Okay, so totally fine to just come on and let me ask you some questions and we will get where we need to go, I promise. Okay, so Paige, I saw your hand go up first. Do you have a request for coaching?
Yeah, what would you or Kayla do if you were to approach a medical organization, maybe where you have been a patient, about sponsorship of to attend an event that this organization may be sponsoring, and how would that play out?
Okay, great. Thank you. So you want to approach a medical organization about being sponsors for an event. Is this an event that you're hosting, Paige?
They are sponsoring the event in some capacity, and I'm curious if I could get sponsored by the local group to attend as an attendee.
Oh, you want to attend and you want them to sponsor you to attend.
Yeah,
Great. Okay, great. So what I would suggest is that you make sure that you're talking to the right person, right? So you might want to talk to someone in human resources and start there first, ask them who you need to talk to. And then or you might start with an email. And I would explain to them exactly why you want to be sponsored for the event and like what's in it for them, right? So if you're going to go out and take the information and share it with your community, you're going to share with other brain injury survivors. You're going to um, make more connections. Like I know that you're working on a lot of different things, right? So I would help them see also what's in it for them. So do you know like how will you use that information?
yeah, I would bring it into the support group that they have their facilitator going, and something to help that group, and I could also contribute to uh continuing education events with my local medical groups and providers.
Beautiful. I love that. Yeah, so that's how I would approach it. Start with human resources, find out who you need to talk to, and then I would just go in and make the ask be really clear on how you're going to use it to spread the mission and message. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Paige. Okay, I think Erica was next.
Hi, thank you.
Hi,
I
yes.
I always love these opportunities to be with everybody, and I really take to heart what we talk about. So I've made a really solid recovery program for Lyme disease and complex cases. And last time we were together, we said that I should charge $25,000 for the platinum package. Now I have capacity to start doing that, and I have a lot of bold moves that I'm making. I've sat with the fear, the resistance. I'm getting my frequency up. I'm doing your the morning rituals. I really humbly say I'm doing everything correct. So how do I find these people? And I just would love to brainstorm because I have a lot of ideas.
Okay, great. Awesome. Are you super clear on who the person is?
Yes, they've definitely well, they're sick, and they are looking for solutions. And hopefully these people, I would ideally like these people to be brand new to it, because otherwise that means they've wasted a lot of money already. Because I don't want people to waste money. But that could be a selling, because they've spent all their money and they just want solutions and they don't want to waste any more money. So they want to just find the person that knows what they're doing. So it could be a way
Mhm.
to leverage it as well.
Yeah. And what's the, what we would say is like the big promise to the $25,000 package, like total healing?
Yeah, and too,
Mm.
that I would be kind of nicely saying, like, I'm gonna hold their hand and walk them through the whole journey, instead of them, because it's like the Lyme stop treatments is one of a technique that people are using. It's 4 treatments. Everyone gets the same nutrition, the same herbs, the same treatments, and then 3 months later they come back. Well, what are these people doing in the meantime? They're struggling. They don't know how to get out of it. They could text me, and I could give them things like the EFTs and these different tools that I already have in my academy. All these
Yeah.
digital products that I already have designed, to
Okay.
walk them through it.
Yeah, and how what's so they get healing, they get to feel better, they get to get their life back. What else happens? Like what's the benefit of that?
Well, it kind of like what we were talking about a few minutes ago. It's the ripple effect because it's not only leveling up their lives, it's leveling up their families and their working, their careers, and the world. Because this is a pandemic.
Mhm.
And it's a big thing. And too, the caregivers are just getting swamped. I mean, it's multi-level. The families are getting affected by this. People are losing their houses, their savings, their 401ks. This is a big
I was
thing.
just gonna say, what's the cost of them not doing it?
It costs their lives. I mean, Lyme disease is the number one suicide rate.
Mm. Wow. Okay, so your question is how do I find these people?
Well, the thing is, and I know this, so this is where ethically I feel very conflicted because I had to spend every single cent I have to save my life. So when people are telling me that they don't have any money, I understand that they're telling me the truth. It's not that they can't just, it's like people, sometimes, they're like, just put it on a credit card. These people have used all their credit cards. They have no
Yeah.
one to help them. And so,
Yeah.
um, but I know that there are people, like I just did a fake treatment plan for Amy Schumer and Justin Bieber, like these people have Lyme disease, they have money, so and there's ways to really do this efficiently too. But
Mhm.
for me to get to where making these big swings, I need to have the high ticket people first.
Yes. So here's the distinction too. We'll get into the like where they are in a minute, but like you have a way to help people who don't have 25K, right? You're still helping them, and there is a way to help those people. They can get the help, they can go get your digital things and all of that. The
Yes.
25K client patient is the one who wants their hand held. Just give me
Yep.
all the things, cut to the chase, walk me through it, be my personal, practitioner that just guides me through. So your ideal client for this package is the person who has Lyme disease and can afford to help you. Okay, so
Right.
we want to be clear that we're not trying to sell to someone who's like, I can't even buy groceries. Like, what are you talking about, right? So, where have you tried finding them so far?
So I've tried in all of the Lyme groups, and they do. I mean, I understand they're trying to protect their people. They don't want it to spam me, and so
Mhm.
that's why I did the Amy Schumer one because I was like, "Hi, this is just funny," or just not funny, but like this is all the things you could do, and I didn't put any of my business names or my groups. I didn't put any spammy stuff in it. Just this is a
Mhm.
way that you can limit like different ways you can heal. I have I'm using all the platforms, social medias. I'm using LinkedIn. I'm doing podcasts. I've been doing, I'm going to try to get in all the TV and radios, because it's Lyme Awareness Month.
Mhm.
I've reached out to all the practitioners in Milwaukee and Wisconsin areas, like introducing myself and just explaining what I'm doing. Uh,
Mhm.
I've been sharing my story, being vulnerable. Um,
Great. Okay, great. I love this. I have a really strong intuitive hit around podcasts for you. So I'm just gonna put that out there to like podcast guesting, I think for you could be a really valuable use of your time because you get to share your story. It's just you get that long form content to really tell people like how you help people and the benefit of it. So I feel like for like that one for me really feel strong. And I think also you can use your other platforms. So if you've already done some podcasts that were really great, I would be sharing those all over the place. Like, here's a free resource for you. You can grab my, listen to this podcast, is where I go into XYZ. That one feels really strong. I would really invest some time into that. And then um once people see you on social, do you have a really clear funnel, a really clear roadmap of like they see you on LinkedIn, what's next?
they schedule a 15-minute clarity call to see if
Okay.
or a match. And for the like what I'm saying for this 20 or the platinum package, I'm telling them that they have to apply to see if we're a good
Okay.
match.
Okay, great. Good, good. Do you have, other than podcasts, do you have like some free things or some low cost things that you've put out there?
Yes, I have an
Okay.
I call it my Easy Method Academy, and I have a bunch of free resources on there.
Okay, great.
EFTs, guided meditations, hour-long master classes.
And do each one of those things have a call to action to book a call to you?
I put that in with like, or my assistant does, however, however we're sending it, like, please follow up, and then I do follow up with them afterwards. And then people either ghost me or they say they're good or they say they can't afford it. So,
Okay. So, I feel like for you, like, yeah, we want to make sure that your funnel is converting. So, like, once they come in, um, and they download the free resource, I guess I would pay attention to is it hitting the right people? And then are they clear that their next action is to book a call? Right? It's like, okay, you have this, do this now, book a call. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of trial and error to like really get that rolling. And I would also think about like once they download something that's free, for example, like do you have sort of a journey? Like, is it either just book a call or nothing? Is there like a journey they can follow?
so basically what I do is that we do the clarity call. And then once we do that, then I transition to the hour and a half medical history, intake, treatment
Okay.
plan, and then the treatment with whatever time we have left over. And I could do all of
Okay.
that virtually. And
Okay,
then
great.
after that session, then people usually love it and then they want to buy something, whether it be, and I do offer, there's other questions. I have a bunch of different packages, but I think that's kind of a bottleneck too. I think I offer too many things.
Mhm.
And
I think we
that's,
uncovered that last time. It's almost
yeah,
like too much to choose from.
yeah, because I had a group
Yeah.
activation and 4 different programs and payment plans. I'm making it too easy, too much.
Mhm.
And I think that's where I short circuit people's brains. I don't mean to because I
Mhm.
offer so many different things because I do so
I
many.
think it's like ideally for a situation like this, it's like one offer, and then once you get to talk to them, it's like you either upsell them into your top tier or you downsell them into the lower tier,
Yep.
right? But initially you're presenting one offer because people's brains can't,
Right.
right? And so I think that that is a really, really good point. The other thing that I'm thinking about too is like the client who can invest $25,000, you know, they might not be hanging out in like a public Limes group,
Right.
where I'm thinking more of like that podcast and also I'm wondering,
Kayla had mentioned, last time she's like, are you asking people, to work with you? And I think I get nervous because I don't want people to think I'm spammy. But part of me
uh-huh.
thinks like maybe I just kind of go and find
Well, that's
these
where
ones,
my brain
you
was
know?
just going, and it was like, sometimes we can do more with less, and it could be a simple what we call a hand raiser post where it's like, are you someone who has Lymes, has tried all the things, wants someone who can hold your hand, solve this problem for you, take a year-long journey, like I'm not saying you're, I mean, you know what I mean? You'd bullet
Yeah.
point the things that make this package so worth it. Um, and put like playing with putting that out there, like LinkedIn, I feel like it makes sense, or other places where it's just like if you're who wants complete like wraparound support on this
And
journey.
that's what I was saying to my assistant this morning in a meeting. I was thinking that we could do a promotion that I'd offer a free treatment plan and some of these free things that I could leverage on my podcast and YouTube. Like, like I could make 6 videos that I'd use for a podcast, a YouTube, and then I would give it to them part of this promotion. But in it,
Mhm.
I wouldn't want people to feel called out, but like have somebody like nominate somebody that you love that has Lyme disease for this, share, like
Mhm.
they have to like nominate, share, and then like do a couple different steps and then I would get those people's names that I could follow up and then offer them all of them, but I don't know if that's spammy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if they'll nominate someone else, but they could like maybe a share with someone else, and I
yeah,
just am feeling like because it's so personal, right? It's so personal. Sometimes people are they're not sharing their health stuff publicly.
agreed.
Um, and I just feel giving them away, like having some of those, whether it's I can send them a podcast, I can send them a video series. People today, social media has changed such that there's so much information out there. It's actually a big ask to have them jump on a call for 15 minutes. That's a
Yeah.
big, like, when to actually exchange their time for something, they have to be really sure. So the
Yep.
one thing I'm thinking too is make sure that there is enough ways that people can get a really good taste. Do you have your own podcast?
I am starting one.
Okay.
I just got to do it.
Yeah. I just have such a strong hit on that. So I'm just going to say that too. I think
Okay.
that you want to make sure that people have a way to really binge some stuff with you, to really spend a lot of time with you, because that is just what it's taking these days. Not always, right? I think the personal reach outs are huge because it's like, okay, I'm having a personal connection and I can see that you care about me. And then the other thing is for the people who you haven't you don't know who they are yet, having them really go deep on your work so they can be like, she's the one. And then it's like, when they're ready.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone's time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. So what's one action that you're going to take next?
Oh, I wrote like 10. So I'm just gonna sign up for Podbean today. I already talked to the person, and then that will get me on all the podcasts, or on all the platforms. Um, I am going to follow up with the TV stations and the radio station. I mean, it's Lyme Awareness Month. I might as well try to plug that. And then I'm gonna also try to find podcasts I can be guest on, and just look
Okay.
at that every way that I can.
I love that. Okay, great. Thanks,
Thank you
Erica.
so much.
So good. All right. I don't know who is next. Is it Chris? If it was Christine or Rachel, so whoever, just hop off or hop on.
Hey, it's
Hop on.
Christine.
Hey, Christine.
I'm not sure if it was Rachel or myself, but
Great.
okay, so I was doing some coaching with Kayla. I'm not sure if you were on the call or not, Lisa, but she was pushing me into action. And oh, before I forget, real quick for Erica, I sent you a message. I just did my When stories. And so that is another platform that is an option to share an amazing time in your life when everything changed. And it has been really, really good for helping with SEO, keywords, getting my message out in different places and different platforms that I wouldn't have been able to before. So I sent you a message. It's a great opportunity, great platform. So that might work for you.
Thank you so much. I really
Yeah,
appreciate you.
I didn't want to forget that. Yeah. So Kayla was encouraging me to be in the action and to stop shrinking back. And so one of the things that she challenged me to do was to do a workshop in May. And so I've been pretty much like, I created something and then I just like, nope, not good enough. No one's going to come, and kind of shrinking back. But I know that I need to do that to share what I can offer to women and the community that I'm creating for them to connect into. And so I just wanted to get a little coaching on that, like
Mhm.
the shrinking and the not taking action. I already wrote like decide on a date, just decide and do it. Like,
Mhm.
I
Thank
know
you. This
it's
is a
that
great question.
simple.
Okay, great. So how come you're shrinking?
Well, one of the things that I wrote in as we were going through homework today was, if I don't scale, then I don't have to deal with the pressure because I don't want to let anyone down. I don't want to miss anyone or have someone fall through the cracks. I don't, yeah.
Okay. Why else are you shrinking?
I overcomplicate things. I feel like it has to be perfect, like vetted out, or I have to give people all the information instead of just a chunk to start the conversation or bring them into my world.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Why else are you shrinking?
if I show up bold and I'm speaking truth, then there's a really big possibility that that's going to ruffle feathers or turn women away from, you know, the safety or the space that I'm creating for them to move. But it also seems ridiculous that that would even hold me back because I present and show up as a strategic disruptor. So it's like on one hand, I'm really proud of what I do, and I love the edginess that I combine with a lot of love and a lot of care to open space for the women in my world. And then on the other hand, it's like it's the thing that's almost causing me to shy away and shrink back.
Mm. What is it about that in particular? This being a strategic disruptor that causes you to shy away and shrink back?
Well, I think the thing that comes to mind immediately is that there have been people in my past who were figures of authority or people that I really looked up to that really used that to like cause me to, or like to use that as a thing against me. Like
Mhm.
they used that as a thing to say, you're too much, or you're trying to cause problems. Why can't you just get along? And in my mind, I was utilizing this skill, this gift to help the team,
Uh,
you know, preparing for what was coming. Like no one else could see that this was in the future, that this was going to be part of the step number 20 if we did it this way at step 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Yeah. Does that feel like that's it?
Yeah.
Mhm. When that happened, Christine, what did you make that mean about yourself?
I think what I'm realizing right this second is that I allowed that to make me believe that my gift really wasn't a gift and that I couldn't trust myself,
Mhm.
even though the proof was there every single time it eventually ended up that way, or it was what I thought. And I let those people doubt me, and then I doubted myself.
Mhm. Yeah. Thank you. What did you make it mean about other people when that happened?
Say that one more time, Lisa.
What did you make it mean about other people? Like, we could just say people in general, other people.
Well, I think the people that were intimidated by that, I let that mean that they were more, or their belief about me was more powerful than, or more true than the truth about me.
Thank you. You are doing great.
Sometimes it's hard because you start crying or, you know, stuff is coming up and it feels like ridiculous that at this point in my life or my career that this stuff should be coming up, but I also know that it's real and I don't want to pretend because I really do want my business to grow. And I know that as a coach I have to do this work if I'm going to keep helping other women do the work.
Yeah. I actually think that doing this work is really brave and it's actually really normal. We all have it, right? And what we're doing right now is we're like tapping a little bit into what's been hiding under the subconscious. Just by me repeating those questions to you, we tapped a little bit under the surface into the subconscious because that's where this stuff lives and we don't even see it on the day to day. We're like, how could this be there?
Yeah.
But it's there, right? And we all have it. So what happens when we have a situation like this? I mean, really, this is like maybe a small T trauma, right? It's like, whoa, like I'm told I was taken out by this, like the scenario happened at work. And we just make a command into our subconscious mind, right? We like commands like, my gift isn't really a gift. I can't trust myself. And our subconscious mind doesn't know the difference and it just says, and so it is, right? And what we don't realize is once it's like a computer, we programmed our computer with that thought, and now it's just running that program. But we don't know that's the program it's running. Okay. So what you're doing is totally normal and really powerful. So some of the commands that I'm hearing happening are like my gift isn't really a gift. I can't trust myself. I doubt myself. Their belief in me is more powerful than the truth about me. I'm too much. I cause problems. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, totally. And and now that you can see that, like, is there a new decision that you want to make here?
Yeah, absolutely. I can just see how that entire like physical response, my entire shrinking back is all rooted in this instead of rather than the truth, the truth, this like steadiness to stand on of like, no, I have unique gifts and God continues to ask me and prompt me to show up in the fullness of who I am. And when I do that, it attracts the women that need the message right now.
Mhm.
They need what I speak and what I've been through and what I have to offer them.
Totally. Yeah, let's just play here for a second. Like, is your gift really a gift?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, for sure. Um, and is it true that their belief about you is more powerful than the truth about you?
No, no, but I can see now that I gave that power away, that I allowed them,
Mhm.
what I fixed my mind on was their truth about it rather than my truth
Yeah.
or the truth about who I was as part of a team,
Sure, yeah.
especially now that I've done so much healing work and I can look back and see not that they were bad people, but they were, broken people that were very insecure and really didn't have the capacity to celebrate other people or to say like, oh, I'm not good at that, but you are. Let's collaborate and we can be better together rather than working against each other. And so
Right.
I can very clearly now see that that corporate landscape.
Yeah.
I almost feel naive. Like I didn't believe it, even though I was right in the middle of it. I
Mm-hmm.
was so naive and I was like, well, why wouldn't anyone want to work together? Why wouldn't people want to
Right.
trust each other and like help each other? I just couldn't comprehend that,
Yeah.
there would be like that much energy in hating or sabotaging or tearing people down and ripping them apart. It's just so foreign from the way that I function that I didn't really believe that that was the way it was, especially because I was in
Totally.
a helping career. you know,
Exactly. Would you like to make some new declarations about yourself and who you are?
I would love that. I think I need
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, great. What do you want to declare about your gifts?
I declare that my gift as a strategic disruptor is true and valuable and needed.
Mm. Does that feel true?
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally. Um, what do you want to declare about trusting yourself?
I declare that this is going to sound silly, but I think you'll understand. Like, I declare that I do know. I say
Mhm.
a lot, I don't know, or I have these thoughts that I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but when I can see that when I get all of this out of the way, I actually do know what I want to say, like in a workshop. It's very
Mhm.
simple. It's very easy. I
Mhm.
feel like I could do a workshop in my sleep. I've been doing it for 20 years. And all of a sudden I'm scared to do one.
Mhm. I love that. It's simple. It's easy. I can do it in my sleep. So good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, great. And what do you want to declare about other people's belief in you?
Mhm. Well, honestly, Lisa, I think I'm getting to the point in my life, in my healing journey, I guess, really, because it doesn't really depend on age. But I think I'm getting to the point where I truly understand this concept of like, it really doesn't matter what other people think
Mhm.
of me. Like,
Yeah.
that's for them, it's not for
Yeah.
me.
You can declare yourself free of other people's opinions, right, about your gifts, and declare that you believe in you. Would that feel true?
Yeah, completely.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that feels very
so
true.
powerful. Yeah. Anything else you want to decide?
I think the other thing that's really coming up for me, honestly, is this this lie that because I don't have my life in order, that I don't qualify or I haven't worked hard enough to lead other women. And so it directly relates to my weight. So I, the mental, the spiritual, the mental work has been done. And it's like this last piece that I just can't quite figure out on this. Concussion is taking so long. My body, I feel like it's revolting against me, like, what is going on? And so there's this blockage there that says, no, you're not skinny enough. Like, you're not in the place you want to be. And so no, you don't qualify to lead other women.
Yeah, thank you. Is that true?
I know it's not true. I know it's not
Mhm.
true. And there's something stuck in that keeps coming up.
Mm,
Like, I don't know if I want to show up this way. What if I just wait until, my body is the way that I want it to look? Then I'll show up in the fullness of who I am.
mhm. Yeah. What else are you making that mean? Like, what are you making your weight mean about who you are as a leader?
I think I'm making it everything. I think I'm making it like the top thing, which in my mind seems absolutely ridiculous because on the flip side of that, I would never do that. Like, I have had mentors, coaches, people of all shapes and sizes and ages. And those things really never, that didn't matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
It, it mattered to me, their character, their expertise, their ability to communicate with me, like connection points, those kind of things. But their age, their weight, their like that stuff never mattered to me. And so it seems so disjointed that it's such a priority in my own mind. Or like I can automatically take myself out of the running simply
Mhm.
because of my weight.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. You can take yourself out of the running because of your own weight. Is there a benefit of that?
I guess the benefit of it is that it becomes like this excuse that nobody can take away from me.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, this is powerful, and I see in the chat you're helping a lot of people with this conversation too. So it's like, your weight doesn't mean anything. And no one's weight means, not yours, not mine, not anyone
Right.
on this call. Our weight doesn't have a meaning. It's just it's just what is, right? So, but we're the meaning makers. Okay. So we want to be like really clear on what you're making it mean, just like we did in the first scenario, is like,
Mm,
just getting really clear of like, what are you really making this mean about you as a coach?
mm,
So that we can neutralize it, right? The goal is to get back to neutrality, which is truth. It doesn't mean anything.
right.
And you can decide, you could decide that it makes you the best coach in the world, or you could decide that it makes you not worthy.
There's a word that keeps coming up for me is like trustworthy or like disciplined or something. Like if I was looking at me and saying, do I want you to be my coach? Well, how can I even trust you if you can't even discipline yourself or you can't like there's something attached to that there.
Mm. So you're giving it a meaning that it means you can't discipline yourself.
I think so. I think I'm attaching something in that. Like
Mm.
if I was really a CEO, if I was really a professional coach, if I was really a high level powerhouse that I say I am, and all these things, then I wouldn't struggle with this, or I would have already gotten this under control.
Can you see any connection here with what we first started talking about? I overcomplicate it. It has to be perfect. I can't read my own writing because I was writing fast. If I show up bold, it will ruffle feathers.
Mm,
People in my past used to say I was too much, cause problems.
I just read this line where I said my gift isn't really a gift. And then immediately I thought, oh, my weight is a gift because my body started changing like this after I was molested as a child. And so that was really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think then, that was like where my weight became a gift. I used it, my body as a weapon to like protect myself. And then my weight became, it was essentially a gift to me, right? Because then it kept me safe.
Totally.
Yeah.
You're totally hitting it. We'll do a pro bono session on this like another time, is I think you're
Okay.
getting somewhere
Yeah.
really deep, and I'd love to go there with you where it's just you and I, and you can really get there, because I think you are exactly seeing it, right? Like I think you're really having some strong awareness. And I want to just thank you for sharing it again. This is a safe space, right? And so
Yeah.
um you also said their belief about me is more powerful than the truth about me.
Mm, I did.
Can you see the connection there?
Yeah, I can see how that relates to like what I imagine people think when they look at me.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. You're doing great. This is awesome. Thank you for sharing. And I think that like I want to neutralize this and then like bring
Okay.
it back up, because once we see it,
Yeah.
we're now able to like, we've taken it out of under the surface, right? It's like the
Yeah.
iceberg under the surface. We just pull it up to the tip of the iceberg so you can see
Yeah.
it. So that the next time these thoughts start coming up for you, you're not going to let them slip by under the surface anymore, right?
Mm, right.
So what is actually the truth about you?
The truth about me, is the truth about me is that I am a powerhouse and I am a great coach, a great wife, a great mom. Like I I am a woman to be reckoned with. And um yeah, yeah, that is the truth about me.
Yeah, a great coach, a great mom, a woman to be reckoned with, a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. hmm
It is
Yeah.
amazing to me how this is so intertwined with business,
hmm
you know? Even
hmm
watching other people getting coached, I always get something out of it, but it just,
hmm
and it's like, I know that it's there and then it happens and it's like, oh my gosh, it's just so amazing how those subconscious beliefs affect the way we make a simple business decision. Like it's
Yes.
crazy.
This is the work, you guys. Christine, thank you, because you are showing like that's why Kayla and I aren't strategy business coaches. We do strategy. We do strategy all day long with our clients who need it and want it and when the time is right. But all the strategy in the world isn't going to, when we have a subconscious block like this, right? The strategy is not going to fix it. Like it's
Right.
that bravery and that courageousness to get in there and be like, shoot, I got to look at this. And it's
Yeah.
courageous work. I mean, I really, really acknowledge you. Like this is brave work. And like it's beautiful because you're seeing the truth. You're seeing the truth,
Yeah.
right? The truth is like that stuff is a lie.
Yeah.
hmm
And I knew there was something. I mean, I've been teaching for 20 years. I've created curriculum for everything under the sun. Like to write it, like I said, to create a workshop and do it on Facebook should be an easy process. So I knew there was something underneath the surface that was just really had a grip on me. So thanks, Lisa.
Thank you, Christine. This was beautiful. And yeah, I'll connect with you. We'll do a session. Um, because I think that we could really move and shift some things. Um, yeah. All right. So this was powerful, you guys. And maybe Christine too, just like for homework, I'm gonna send you your truths that we wrote down. And I think like for homework, if you want to just make those part of your morning practice where you read those truths to yourself. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Does anyone else want to have a little bit of coaching today? We can go anywhere you want to
I
go.
would love some if there's time.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, thank you. So I wrote down it's in regard to my homework and letting my light shine in Bold Move or getting out there back on Facebook. Um, so I wrote down and really wanting to share information, but I don't want to get shadow banned or my account blocked for saying stuff about like truth on health stuff. And I'm also releasing from my parents. You don't share like what's going on with your health and what you're going through with everybody. So like putting me putting myself out in social media, it would be like um a little vulnerable of what's going on in my life with my health. Um, and it's like every time I put myself out there to like offer my services and stuff, like something happens. Um, and I feel like I get set back, but yet I learn from it and like more services like and things I can do to help people come out of it. And then also I'm putting myself out there just like old social conditioning from my parents of I don't have like enough knowledge or expertise or I'm gonna hurt someone. Um,
So I
doing like
think,
my healing modalities.
yeah, thanks, Rachel. I totally hear that for you. Um, what's your reason for wanting to do social media? What's the outcome that you want?
Um, building like fostering and connection and like just like maybe someone saying, "See, thanks for putting that out there. Like I've been feeling this and I can relate." Um, and just like building connections that way.
So I think that there's a couple of things. It's like, yeah, when you're wanting to build connect, like just be really clear on what you're using social media for. And if the desire is to build connection, I think I would make that the purpose of your posts, right? Is like you're just focused right now on building connection. And some of the things that like you have a fear around sharing, I wouldn't, I mean, I recommend sharing when you're on the other side of it, depending on what it is. Of course, I'm not saying you can't share and have support, right? But when it comes to business, if you're looking to create business connections, I would only share what feels like you're really on the other side and it's your transformation story. If you want to share other stuff personally and, what, like that's, I mean, totally your choice of what you want to do. But if you're wanting to share your health journey, you're wanting to help others, share what you've transformed, what you're on the other side of, what's happening for you. And if there are things that like you feel you want to share, but you would get banned or something, you could consider like a private Facebook group where you could share. I don't even know. I think Facebook might be also, I don't even know if you can do that in a private group anymore. Or maybe you want to host some sort of workshops, or maybe you want to, if people want to take the conversation deeper, you can create that connection. But I really think that like where I would go for this is just be really clear on why you're posting to start. And if it's to build connection, what would you need to share in order to build connection?
What to share on building connection. My original thought like goes to build connection. Like you said, maybe like what I have already transformed um so that um people would who are like going through something would feel like comfortable like reaching out and
Want them to be
connecting,
compliance? Like, is that the intention so they could become clients?
I guess I don't know what you mean by compliance.
Like, is your purpose
Oh,
to like grow your
clients.
business? Clients.
I'm sorry, I thought you said compliance. It didn't come through
Oh,
very well on my end.
that's okay.
You know, like, um, I think I'm gonna like have to separate just wanting to build community, but then also wanting them to become clients. I've
Okay, so I think that your community is where your clients will come from, so they're probably one and the same.
okay.
Yeah. And the thing about social media, I mean, I feel like social media is really shifting and changing. Those of you guys who have been doing this for a while, you can tell me if you agree. I mean, I think that, we used to be able to like post on social and people would be reaching out and you'd be getting clients, but it just is a little bit different now. It really doesn't, with algorithms and different things, it takes time to build that community, to build those connections, to like, and that's really probably how I would start. And you could take those connections and offline, if there's somebody you feel like you can help, you can go ahead and ask them. Are you guys
Yeah,
losing
that's a
me?
great idea.
Is my internet going out?
I didn't know if I was losing you or I didn't know if it's on my end because I sometimes have a horrible connection too.
Okay, so here's what I want to say. Can you guys hear me okay? Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, good. All right, so here's where I would leave it for homework for you, Rachel, is I think step one for you is go out and build some community of people who are interested in what you're going to share. And I think that initially, I like share your transformation story. Um, maybe you're asking questions where people can give a response. But being consistent, I think for you right now is like maybe it's a short post that you do every single day. So you can kind of just start to see who your community is, what they're interested in, and then grow from there. It's like we really have to just sometimes start super grassroots. Does that feel good for you?
Yeah, it really does. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, Sarah was saying social media is losing its power. Yeah, totally, Sarah. I'm with you on that. Yeah. It's not what it was, right? We can still use social, we can still build on social, but the rules are a bit different. It's a bit more of a heavy lift these days, but building relationships is still key. Okay. So you can use it to build relationships. The more offline or the more connection you can have with relationships, the more powerful it's going to be, especially starting out. Because when you don't have time to invest in a team and marketing and like all these things that you don't need to do in the beginning, I think just focusing on what can I do to create some community, build some connections? And remember, it is one person at a time, right? The same as it is if we meet someone in a networking meeting. We're not just like, I'm going to talk to 10 people at once. Everyone come talk to me. It's going to be one person at a time. And the same is true for social when you're starting small. Now that changes as your business is growing and you've got more team and you're able to like do more. Of course that changes. But for now where you are, I think that's where you start. Cool.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, that
Thanks,
feels really good. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Rachel.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anyone else? I think we could do one more or we can sign off if you guys feel complete. So I'll leave it up. And if anyone wants some coaching, hop off. Got about 5 minutes. Hop off mute, not hop off. I keep saying that. Okay, good. Well, then here's my request. Tell me one takeaway in the chat for those of you who are still on. Go ahead and type just one takeaway, one nugget, one something that you're taking away from this call today. I want to thank Christine and Rachel and Erica. Did I miss someone? Paige, everyone that was willing to get some coaching today. Thanks for sharing and letting people just learn through you in the process. Aviance is sharing, I'm worthy of bold moves and big results. Yes, you are. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. And if you guys are wanting, we will be offering again an implementation call for those of you, if you have not had one before, If you're a client, you can do one in the circle, but if you've not had one with us before, you also can schedule an implementation call. We'll tell you more about that tomorrow. Rachel, you can take bold moves imperfectly. Yes, 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 yes. Like Christine, I do know. Yeah, absolutely. Lean into my brilliance with intention, purpose, and grace. Bold moves are important to grow. It doesn't have to be perfect. Yes, so good. Enjoy your homework, you guys. Enjoy, enjoy. And I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow, same time, new day. Post your homework in the Facebook group, and we will see you then. All right. Bye, everyone.